I don't think it was something we really planned on doing this soon. In fact, when we woke up this morning, I don't think we expected to have 6 more heartbeats here on the Jostedde, but typically when I prepare a video for you guys, I spend maybe a few hours in the morning or half a day even preparing what the video is going to be about. If I'm going to have any little skits for my opening vignette, I'll take care of them then. But occasionally something will pop up that's completely unexpected, and all of the plans I had for the sweet video that I was recording for you guys go by the wayside. And today is one of those situations where I had a whole video planned out, and then something else took a hold of me, and we decided to do something unexpected. And so with that being said, we did something unexpected. What did we do, Holly?
We got chicks.
We got laying chicks, right?
Yep.
So we decided to get some more laying chicks because, as you guys know, we're going to be getting meat chickens here in the next few weeks. Probably by the end of August or early September, we'd like to have our first batch of meat chickens. But the more we thought about it, the more we realized we wanted to get another batch of layers going as well. If our current batch of laying chickens starts slowing down, we'll have another group ready to go. And so we were going to go in and get just 4 laying chicks, but they have a minimum purchase of how many, Holly? 6. So we ended up getting 6 chicks. We got 4 Rhode Island Reds. We've heard really good things about. We have 1 Rhode Island Red, Rosie, and she's by far our favorite chicken. We don't know if that's just a quirk of her personality or if Rhode Island Reds are really that great of a chicken, of a laying chicken. And the guy we were talking to at the farm store was like, no, Rhode Island Reds are his favorite. We've seemed to see that sentiment expressed a lot about Rhode Island Reds. So we got 4 Rhode Island Reds and 2 Americanas, which
blue layers.
Are blue layers. I don't think we have any of those right now, but apparently
we
have 1 olive egger. Apparently those are pretty well-tempered birds as well. So we have 6 new laying chickens. Now I do have that brooder that I had set up, so we're going to go home, get that brooder set up. We actually don't have a heat lamp. We have like a little brooder panel, a little metal brooder panel that I'll show you guys here when I get it set up, but we hope to have those guys all set up and ready to go here in a minute. Okay, so got the chicks home. we're gonna set up their brooder. I am going to use that metal stock tank as their brooder. First, we need to get them some water, which Holly's gonna be getting, but I've got them here. And as you can see, we actually moved the stock tank brooder into the meat chicken tractor, which is actually in the north lean-to for now, just as an added layer of defense while they're out here. I'm kind of curious though, before I put them in, to see what our chickens think of these baby chicks. I'm gonna keep a close eye on them to make sure that they don't attack them, but I'm curious to see how they respond. And maybe there's a broody chicken. Let's see here. You guys have any reaction whatsoever? Anyone have a maternal instinct here? Or are you guys scared? You better not attack them. What do you think? Nothing? Nobody wants to step in and be the mom? There's not even a flicker of maternal instinct here. It almost makes me wish I hadn't debrooded that one chicken, because I feel like she'd be a great candidate to be mama right now. But these chickens seem to have no response whatsoever to these young ones here. One thing that's good, they're not aggressive towards them at least. They're just sitting there kind of dumbfounded. So, all right, thought I'd see what would happen. They don't seem interested. Let's get them in the brooder. All right, what do you have here, Holly?
Magic water.
What's in magic water?
Well, my version is sea salt, apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of trace minerals.
And
Helps with their hydration.
We're gonna take the chicks out and dip their beaks in that,
Yes.
correct? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Now we take them out one at a time. You wanna do the honors and then dip their beaks.
This is
All right, you wanna get them?
Hi, friend. You want to dip your beak in the water? Think, think. She is not.
good.
She just drank.
Ah,
Oh, one's
there
ready
you
to go.
The feisty Americana.
Take your dip.
Good
She
job.
goes. Next, so we got this heating panel instead of the heat bulb. We just felt this is a little bit safer, a little bit easier to use. So I'm gonna plug this thing in, put it down. Got good reviews from what I read, so I don't think it's gonna, I think it's radiant heat, so it's not gonna burn the pine shavings. At least I hope it isn't. But I'm gonna get this thing set up and popped in there. I've set this thing to the brooder setting, and it looks to be good. The chickens, once it warms up, I imagine they'll want to go under there. So what's wrong with this one, Holly?
She's got pasty butt.
So you're gonna clean her off?
Yep. Okay. There's just one more little crumble on her booty. Get your little wing down. It's okay.
You're gonna dry her off, right?
Yeah. Just got to get this pasty butt off.
She seems to enjoy it.
It's perfect temperature. A little bit.
So I'm giving them a mix of some regular starter crumble, as well as some chick grit on top here, just to kind of get their little crops going with grit. How's booty duty, Holly?
She's soaking. She doesn't like it as much as the other one did.
Was it as bad as the other one?
It's worse.
Okay.
So we got to get it off. Or she's cold.
So at the beginning of the video, I made this little door, and you might have wondered what exactly this thing is. Well, now that the new chicks are in place, Dad here is going to help me bring this thing over, and I'll show you what it does. All right, so a bit of a tight fit inside of here.
I'll get the door for you.
Thank you. So, basically, this thing is just going to go right on top of the stock tank / brooder, where both sides are completely covered. And I've got some vent holes. I'll take this thing right here. I've got some vent holes right here to serve as a little extra ventilation. And also this hardware cloth on this side. So when I want to access the chickens, I just lift it up. You know, the main reason we have this thing is to keep critters out, in addition to keeping them inside the meat chicken tractor. But at night, there still could be snakes or something that slither in and get in here. So at night, I'm probably just going to put a brick right up here, as well as a brick maybe on the wooden part as well. And once a brick is holding this thing down, I don't think any critters are getting inside of there. I think they'll be safe. And originally, we were hesitant about using a design like this because we needed to figure out a way to get a heat lamp in there. But with that little heat plate that we have down in there, there's no need for that. Now, there's still the little cord that runs through there, but there's no heat lamp inside of there, so we don't need to worry about trying to jam it in there or getting too close to the wood chips. So I think this is a pretty great setup, and once we get the meat chickens, there'll be substantially more chicks in here. It'll still be a good design for them. What have you got, Holly?
This is a sunflower head that I just deadheaded, and it's full of seeds.
Oh boy, and you're feeding them to the
And
chickens.
they're young and tender. See, they're just squishy, and the chickens love them. So we just flake them out, and they go nuts.
Yeah, they do. They're spoiled.
They are. Oh, hold on. Get it, girls. I'm gonna make them do the work.
Yes, I was wondering whether or not they would actually start just kind of nibbling away if you threw the whole thing in there.
Just chuck it in, see what happens.
Well, I'm trying to break it up so they can eat.
They still are very busy.
Like when you throw a corn cob in there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
rip it apart.
Get it, Fighter.
Now
There
they're
we
doing
go.
Come on, ladies, let's go. Yeah,
Rosie's got it figured out.
yeah. Well, folks, I don't think it was something we really planned on doing this soon. In fact, when we woke up this morning, I don't think we expected to have 6 more heartbeats here on the Yosted, but we do. 6 more layers, 4 Rhode Island Reds, 2 Americanas. We'll see how they do. I've got a good feeling about them. You always hear stories about losing a couple of chicks when you get a new batch. We'll see how they do. Like I said, I've got a good feeling about them. In the meantime, if this was a scattershot episode, well, it was a scattershot day. So I'm glad things are over with. I'm really happy that we're using our new brooder. These chicks should be moved out of there by the time the meat chicks come in, the meat bird chicks come in. The lid, I'm very happy with the design. The lid for this brooder, I think it's going to be great. We'll see how the heating panel works instead of the traditional heat bulb. The heat panel, all the chicks in there seem to really like it. They've been hanging out under there. It's definitely warmed up, and I think it's safe. I hope it's safe. So, busy day, unexpected episode. I didn't think I'd be doing this again this soon, but we did it. We've got 6 more chickens here, and so thanks for hanging out with me. And as always, remember, until next time, slowly, slowly.